Thanks for tuning in to the Tom Auto channel. We finally got Sam Corey's engine out of his 03 Excursion, and we want to show you some of the other items we'll be replacing, along with some of the parts you'll need to transfer from your old motor to your new long block. Let's have a look. One of the things we'll be replacing is this AC compressor. We have indication of refrigerant and oil leaking with the dust collecting around the front seal. We'll be replacing the main line going to the pump. Also, while we have the engine out, we'll be doing the power steering. We got indication of oil leaking out these crimps. So at 200,000, while we have the engine out, let's get it replaced. We'll also be doing the steering gear. This got 200,000 miles. Customer was concerned about loose steering. The front end has been done. So while we have the engine out, we're gonna replace this gear along with all the lines. Let's talk about some of the parts that you're gonna need to transfer from your old engine to the new one. One of the things you'll be doing is your oil cooler adapter, your motor mounts. Now I put mine side to side so I know where they go when it's time to put them back on. This one's on the driver's side. Pretty self-explanatory. We got our other mount. This is the passenger side. We've got our intermediate plate between the bell housing and the motor block, along with our flywheel we'll need to transfer to our new one. Now, on our exhaust manifolds, they've been cleaned, put a straight edge, and they are warped. We did find a couple broken bolts, so we knew there was going to be a chance. We'll get these manifolds down to Brad at Wood River Engine in Gooding. He's been doing my machine work for more than 20 years, and he always does a great job. Here's our old motor. Just kind of show you how we chain up. On the upper bell housing bolts, we just go backside, chain up, and we found a couple bolts on the front here, threaded bosses, and we just chain up there once we remove the intake manifold. Let's have a look at our long block. Now this is from Ford. It's a true long block. It comes with the valve covers, comes with the water pump, comes with the balancer, and the oil pan. And along with that, you'll be getting a Motorcraft oil filter along with the new oil cooler, the mounting kit, thermostat gasket, exhaust, intakes are underneath here. That's being covered on the ports here, and all your necessary paperwork that goes along with it. Let's go over here and have a look at what the rest of the stuff we'll be replacing. As we go down the line here, we've got our 10 spark plugs. We got our 10 coil boots. We did have a couple of injector connectors that were broke, so we want to replace them while we have it out, along with some coil connectors. Upper hose, the lower hose, you've got going to the cooler. We've got a tensioner, a couple idlers, and a belt. We'll also do the fan clutch while we're at it. And here's our steering gear. We use this one for certain reasons, as you can see here. We've got a Motorcraft pump. We've got all the power steering lines. While we have the intake off, we're going to go ahead and do that NOx sensor because it's mounted underneath. We'll do any electrical sensors that will be easier to replace now than later. We've got our either cam or crank. I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time, get another parts list together and get this stuff coming. Here's our AC compressor and the hoses to complete this. So anyway, I've got my work cut out for me for about the next 10 days on this vehicle. So what I'm going to do this afternoon, make another parts list, get on the horn, get this stuff coming, and get this job done. So I hope you like this. Go ahead and share it, ring the bell, subscribe, and keep abreast of what we're doing here at Tom Auto. You have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.